Obviously, they don't advertise it, of
Yeah,
course.
they don't want you to see that.
No,
You're in
quite
that position.
disturbed. My day is now ruined. No.
Horrific, right?
Yeah,
Would you be
especially, especially the gas chambers. I think there's not really a good way
No.
to take someone's life.
Even if
What they did with the gas chambers, that's fucking horrible.
that's standard practice too,
Standard practice.
because it costs them their life, and it
Yeah.
might cost you maybe 50p more. What's your name? Leonard. I'm Melissa. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So well done for getting through that. Did you get through to the end?
I did, yes.
Yeah. How did that make you feel?
Some scenes were quite disturbing, and I actually didn't know that it was that extreme.
Yeah, it's pretty horrific, right?
Yeah,
Would you be shocked?
especially the gas chambers
Yeah, for the
shocked
pigs.
me quite a bit with the pigs.
Yeah. So would you be surprised to know everything you saw on there was free range, organic, grass-fed, and RSPCA approved?
What is it?
Yeah. This is the best. This is standard practice.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised.
Shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I was where you were once. I haven't been vegan all my life, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, gas
Yeah.
chambers. What? Like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
So, would I be safe to assume you're against animal abuse and exploitation?
I'm not vegan.
Yeah.
I'm not vegetarian.
Yeah.
I love to eat meat. I have to be that honest.
Yeah, I was the same.
And also, I will say after watching the movie, I will probably still eat meat. I don't eat a lot because it's just a bit pricey. I'm a student, so. I'll probably try to. I don't know. Can I assume that a butcher, for instance, those animals go through the same process, or is this more like some stuff that ends up in the supermarket?
No, but they all come from the same slaughterhouses. Butchers anywhere you go.
Really? Like
Yeah.
even smaller ones?
Yep. I've been to a slaughterhouse and I've seen the animals come on small holding trucks, factory farm trucks, local, all go to slaughterhouses.
Okay.
Do you think there's a good way to take someone's life who doesn't want to die?
It's a good question. I think there's not really a good way
No.
to take someone's life.
Yeah.
But I guess, isn't it, if they're being, and this is just a question,
Yeah.
because I'm not very educated in this. If you for example shoot them, if they were to be shot in the brain, will they feel anything if they're being killed or not?
Okay, even if
What they did with the gas chambers, that's fucking horrible.
that's how they kill the
Excuse my
majority
language.
of pigs in the UK. It is horrible. It's absolutely
or-
horrific.
Or they talked about they shot something, some tranquilizer, I believe it was, into the animals' brains, and then some of them, they said if they don't get it, they'll just be basically slaughtered alive.
That happens.
that's-
That happens a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like the captive bolt gun.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. And that's not even for the animals' like welfare or anything. That's to help the slaughtermen shackle their legs, hang them up, and cut their throat.
Ah, okay.
Because they're big animals, they're really hard to maneuver. So
Right.
if they're like fully conscious and things, they're really difficult
difficult.
to do that.
Yeah.
Also very dangerous to their workers as well. So that's why they use a bolt gun to help maneuver them.
Okay.
But most of them are very conscious when they're having their throat cut.
Yeah.
And the pigs in the gas chambers, you can see they're thrashing, trying to escape with
Yeah.
every bit of breath they have.
That was horrible.
Do you know how old they were?
The pigs?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
they were 6 months old,
Really?
just babies.
The ones that were in the cage.
Yeah.
Oh. And the ones that you saw in the beginning, how old were they?
The
Like 1
knocking?
week?
Yeah, probably just a few weeks old. So
They
they're-
knocked them down.
Yeah, what you're talking about when they pick up from their back legs and whack their head on
Yeah.
the floor. That's standard practice too.
Standard practice.
That's knocking.
I actually
so
can't believe. I believe it because I saw it now. But it's quite, quite unbelievable actually.
It is.
And obviously
You're
they
right.
don't advertise it, of
Yeah,
course.
they don't want you to see that.
No.
Yeah, they wouldn't show
They
you
don't
that.
put that picture on the packaging of the meat.
Why do you think that is?
because otherwise people probably wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, yeah. Because most people are against animal abuse, and most people don't know what they're paying for. Just
Yeah.
like me and my husband, for years we used to pay for this too.
Yeah.
And then I saw what actually happened, and I stopped on the spot because I was like, I couldn't find a justification to ever kill someone who doesn't want to die for a sandwich.
Yeah.
But when I can just get all the
So
vegan
what's the well, like, where can you get meat that is not, where it's not processed like this? What do you guys do? Do you not eat it at all, or
No,
is there
so
some sources where you can say, okay, this is actually a, I don't know, it's not a humane way, but is there somewhere you can still buy it
so I would go
without
back.
a bad conscience now?
So I would go back to you for saying that there's. Do you think it's possible? Do you think it's okay to kill someone who doesn't want to die, regardless if they've had the best life ever? Because we're now vegan. We just have
Yeah.
vegan meat. We have vegan chicken. Which everything we have before, we just ate the vegan version. And some things are great, some things are rubbish. You just find like what you like.
Yeah.
But it's very easy for us to just have beans on toast or a jacket potato or whatever,
Yeah.
or vegan
Yeah,
pizza.
delicious.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah.
We can find those health problems. But we got to look at it from the victim's perspective because it's about them.
Yeah.
They're the victim in this injustice, right? So
Yeah.
what would stop you paying for that to happen to them now that you know?
Honestly, again, as I said, I don't eat it a lot. But I would probably not buy it. If I saw a picture like that on the packaging, I would then, yeah, not go for it. Just because it, opens up this reality of, okay, this is what happened to whatever is in this box, and it's just, it looks disgusting as well. The picture of what you see,
So
which is obviously why you do the challenge of. I guess
Yeah.
some people couldn't watch it and
yeah,
just
yeah,
left.
yeah, yeah, and they can, yeah.
Yeah.
So you say like if it was on the picture was on the packaging, would obviously make people not want to buy it. Most people anyway. But you personally have now seen this footage. When I saw this, I can never forget about those individuals suffering and being tortured and murdered for a product that I don't need for a sandwich. I can't ever forget that. Like when I see eggs now, I see those male chicks going into a blender, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I would never pay for eggs because I pay for that. You see the suffering behind the product. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what would stop you? Because you now know you have those images in your head,
Yeah.
and you said you don't eat much anyway. So it'd be a very easy.
I know it's difficult because I guess for some people it's just also part of maybe like a festive occasion, for instance. You would have like a goose, or what is it called in English? Goose.
Yeah,
Like for
goose or like
Christmas, for
turkey at
instance.
Christmas.
Turkey.
Yeah.
And that I feel like again, but this is obviously. I think the problem is this overconsumption of the people, because otherwise, if we wouldn't consume so much of it, then these factories wouldn't actually have to come up with ways of making it economically like liable to or like bring the supply basically to the demand that is there, you know.
Okay.
So I think part of it, obviously, like what they are doing is not correct, but I guess it's also this problem of overconsumption from the people's side, that
I think you
there's
touched.
just this demand of the society of having this, craving this meat all the time, having a Mexican restaurant here that's full of meat, tapas there with meat, like this whole street, So, I mean,
You touched
those are
on a
businesses
point.
basically that need to survive as well. I'm not defending their
Okay,
practices,
I'll stop.
but
Stop.
I'm thinking,
You've got 3 points I want to just catch up on quickly. So you touched on a point, it's supply and demand.
yeah,
The reason that they do this to animals is because people pay for it to happen, right?
yeah, people pay for it,
Yeah. So that's the reason these.
and people
are
want
open.
it,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yeah. Because it's the norm. It's what they're used to.
Yeah,
And the other points, like you said about loads of animals being killed. We eat too much.
yeah,
Let's bring it down to an individual. If you were the individual, if you were the pig, if you were born into this world a pig, and I was like, I could either eat this vegan sausage roll or I could kill you by just shooting you in the head. You don't feel anything.
But that's
What-
difficult for me to really put myself into the shoes of a pig.
Okay, what about you as a
I mean,
person
it's
then?
me as a person. It's horrible. I mean, you know, of course I wouldn't want that
Okay.
myself. But I'm just saying that, you know, obviously the process of how they do it is absolutely. I mean, that's horrible. I believe that there's also some good examples out there, maybe that do
Tell
it
me,
in a
tell
better.
me.
I don't know any, but I know that.
But can you kill someone if they don't want to die? Is there a good way to kill someone who doesn't want to die?
No.
No. So is there a good
But
example of farming animals?
I don't think I'm in a position to that big grand question. I don't think I can answer that
I think it's very simple. Like, okay,
because I think it just goes back like for thousands of years. I don't know. I feel like it's so instilled in human nature, but also in animal nature. I mean, there's animals that kill animals to eat.
yes, there is.
There's
Yeah.
a shark that
Yeah.
kills fish to eat.
Why do you
know?
think they do that?
Because they need, because they are, what's it called in English?
Survival.
Yeah, for survival.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't do it for survival. That's the thing. What I'm saying.
I was gonna
we
say.
like over consume everything.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you personally
We wouldn't
today.
need it for survival. We could eat what you say, like the
Exactly.
plant-based stuff.
So knowing that you don't need to pay for this for your survival and you could be healthy without doing that, what justification can you use to carry on paying for it? Because it comes down to
Yeah.
a choice, right?
Yeah.
You now will either go away and you'll choose to put
Yeah.
animals in these positions, or you'll choose to live vegan where you just buy vegan alternatives for everything. Not a lot changes for you.
Yeah.
What would stop you from doing that?
They're a bit more expensive, I think.
Okay.
I haven't really seen it here. I've just moved to the UK,
So you're just
so I
presuming?
don't know. But I know it in Denmark, where I lived for 5 years. I believe that vegan options like, what's it called, Beyond Meat, for instance,
Yeah.
is more expensive than I think.
So they're pretty similar prices
Yeah.
to the alternatives, but also you can buy like
But
potatoes.
what does similar
legumes.
price mean? Is it,
I don't know. So like we buy vegan nuggets for like 150 for like 20 nuggets, which
Yeah.
is actually it's probably cheaper than chickens.
Yeah.
But even if that was the case, even if it was
Mm.
more expensive, which is not,
yeah.
would that still justify paying for that?
I guess it comes down to personal preference as well.
What's your
Like,
personal preference?
Not mine. Again, because I don't buy it a lot.
But you do buy
just-
some,
Sometimes.
so
yeah.
you're still paying for this industry, even a little
Yeah.
bit.
It's not good. What was the question again? Like,
Even if it
but
was a little bit more expensive,
yeah,
would that justify what the animals go through? Because it costs them their life, and
Yeah,
it might cost you maybe
probably not.
50p more.
probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
All right. Have you got any other questions for me?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. Where can I see this video? Is this
Oh,
live?
I'll
or
give
is
you.
this...
Oh yeah. So this will be on our vegan muscle outreach. If you get your phone out in a minute, I can show you.
Yeah, sure.
Just remember, every day you're not vegan, you'll be paying for this. Even if you pay a little bit, you're paying for these industries to keep. You're voting with your money to
Yeah.
keep them open. But you have a choice where you can just live vegan and not pay for this.
Yeah.
It's easy for you. You can go home and have beans on toast tonight, a jacket potato, vegan pizza, like you said, is delicious.
Yeah.
And we can leave the animals alone.
Yeah.
And then I'd say, once you're vegan, we need to speak up for the animals. You saw how much they're crying, they're screaming, they're fighting for their lives. People aren't listening. So we can use our freedom to speak up for them, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That
Awesome.
video is pretty intense.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Just like, can you imagine if you were in
Quite
that position?
disturbed. My day is now ruined. No, it's actually educated now.
Yeah, yeah.
I've learned something.
Yeah,
I'm
I
glad.
was pleased I saw this as
Yeah,
well,
I'm
because
glad
then
that
I could change.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd rather not live my life naive, not knowing,
Yeah.
contributing to this, because I'm so against it. It breaks my heart to ever know I paid a penny for that. And when I saw it, like you said, my day was ruined. I was absolutely distraught.
Yeah.
But I was really pleased that I knew so I could change.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much for talking to me.
Yeah.
Here's a card.
I already have the card.
Oh,
from your friend.
on here, go to that website and type in this code,
Okay.
and there'll be a speech on there called The Best Speech You'll Ever Hear. Really recommend listening to it. It was a guy who didn't even know he was being recorded, and that's why I love it. But he answers like a lot of your health problems along with education. He's awesome. I really recommend watching that.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so
you.
much for speaking to me. Have a lovely day. See you later.